On Sports Tonight, as the Kiwis celebrate World Cup glory, the Roos are in a stew with their coach investigated for abusing match officials. We're in Vegas for Hitman Haddon's big title fight with Golden Balls. Even Rocky Balboa was there. And tube riding on the Reef Hawaiian Pro, the latest round of the World Qualifying Tour. Hi everyone, I'm Dobbo. Thanks for staying with us. Let's get straight to it. The big kangaroo fallout after their first World Cup defeat since 1971. Yes, the Aussies can no longer claim state of origin as the pinnacle of rugby league anymore, now that they don't have the World Cup. And what's more, their coach, Ricky Stewart, is being investigated after allegations he abused referee Ashley Klein and video ref Stuart Cummings after the game. Here's Steve Christensen.
In Canberra for a charity golf day, Ricky Stewart refused to discuss the match officials.
I just told you what from the footy, mate. Did you not understand that?
He's reported to have criticised the refereeing in a verbal attack on ARL Chief Executive Jeff Carr in the right of the picture, later refusing to elaborate on the conversation.
Just disappointed with the result, as any coach would be.
He's extremely disappointed. And obviously extremely frustrated and needed to let off some steam.
The players have been described as sooks for shunning journalists after the match, but Paul Gallen didn't hold back.
But it's a bit of a stitch-up, I thought, at some decisions.
No hard feelings from injured teammate Steve Price.
Everyone, gave their best and we were just beaten by a better team.
Price and Warriors teammate Brent Tate were both sidelined, but expect a ribbing from Auckland fans.
I suppose the thing that saved us a little bit is we didn't actually play, but no, they'll be really excited, and so they should be. I mean, their team did themselves very proud.
It'll be 5 long years for the Kangaroos. The next World Cup is in 2013.
Well, the All Blacks are just one game away from the Grand Slam, but coach Graham Henry has already picked up a personal accolade named IRB Coach of the Year. And the awards were handed out at a ceremony in London, and Henry's award was backed up with the All Blacks named Team of the Year.
We want to keep our standards as high as possible, and I think after the disappointments of last year, especially the guys that are involved, we just wanted to get back out there and show what we could do, and I think to some degree this year we've been able to do that.
But the skipper and the coach are mindful that the job's not yet done, deflecting talk of a guaranteed Grand Slam with only an underperforming England in the way.
You don't want to get ahead of yourselves on these things, and a lot of sides have done that over the years when they've come over here and talked about Grand Slams, and we didn't want to go into that situation. I think it's arrogant anyway. Now it's a reality. I think we can focus on trying to win a game next week at Twickenham with a Grand Slam at stake.
And the last time England beat the ABs at Twickers was back in 2002. Well, the beleaguered Black Caps will travel to South Australia tomorrow morning for the second test against the Aussies, starting on Friday. Now, the team trained in Brisbane today with all eyes on 2-metre Peter Fulton, who's been considered for selection at Adelaide Oval. And there's more bad news for injured all-rounder Jacob Oram. Yes, Jake, after suffering a back injury in Bangladesh, has fractured his finger playing for Central Districts today. The hairline fracture is expected to keep him out of action for 4 weeks. Meanwhile, more frustration for England, who lost their 4th one-dayer to India and with it the series. Now, batting first, India made 166 after their rain affected 22 overs. And under the Duckworth-Lewis system, that was increased to 197. Now, God knows how they make the adjustments, because the Poms in reply reached 178, more than India's original total, yet they still lost.
His first one-day international since March, but it was no dream return for Sachin Tendulkar. Despite the first rain delay of over 2 hours, Sehwag hardly lost his rhythm after reaching his 50. After yet more rain frustration, with 5 overs to bat, Sehwag came flying out of the blocks. Wickets tumbled, but Pathan made sure the innings finished in the best possible fashion. England had been set their Duckworth-Lewis target, but it was India who got off to the dream start. Falling behind the run rate and with the pressure mounting, England lost Ian Bell and the captain in quick succession. Owe Shah powerfully fought on, and Andrew Flintoff came up with the biggest hit of the match so far to keep the series alive. But the partnership of 82 ended with the wicket of Owe Shah. When Flintoff soon followed, realistically, it was all over. 4-0 down with 3 to play. It's pride and experience England will be playing for now.
Spain have added another stellar trophy to their already impressive collection, winning the holy grail of teams tennis, the Davis Cup in Mar del Plata. The Spaniards dominated overwhelming favourites Argentina 3 matches to 1 despite playing without world number 1 Rafael Nadal, who's injured. Fernando Verdasco clinched the title for Spain in the first of the reverse singles, beating Jose Acasuso in 5 sets. Davis Cup caps off a golden year for Espanyol, who won Wimbledon, Euro 8 and the Tour de France. Meanwhile, Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt and Russian pole vaulter Yelena Isinbayeva were the big winners at the IAAF World Athlete of the Year 105 metres and remained undefeated in all outdoor competitions in 2008. Well, New Zealand's moved up to 3rd equal in the A1GP Championship after the latest round in Malaysia. 18-year-old Earl Bamber followed up his 3rd place in the sprint race, finishing 6th in the feature race, having started 15th on the grid. Our man in Sepang is Sean Summerfield.
Lights out, away we go in Sepang, and it's a